Alright, welcome back again to Shaving with Fuzzy. So we started to shave, and then I realized there wasn't enough memory on the phone because I forget when I delete stuff that, I got to go and delete it out of the trash. It doesn't automatically delete. I should change that setting. I always say I'm going to, and I haven't yet. So anyway, it's first Monday of the month, about 4:15 on Sunday. First Sunday of the month, I should say, since it, Sunday. So we do, a lather catcher shave. I do lather catcher shaves a lot. But anyway, we're going to do this one on the first Monday. I usually miss it. We're using vintage Old Spice soap. I've got the Spanish horse brush here, the V-Long. Smells like Old Spice. And we're using the short-handled Jim Jr. bar, 1910 model head there on a handle that was hand-turned by J.R. And I was talking about that. Don't be scared of the short handles. I've got some of the original short handles for these old Jim lather catchers. Wasn't just Jim lather catchers using, but I've got some of the older. And but this is one I had a head that didn't have a handle, and J.R. made me a handle. It's wonderful. It's got the metal ferrule on there was made by Tom out in California. Hope he's doing well. So anyway, we put a brand new blade in. So we're shaving with a new treat blade. Trim up around the old goatee here. So there we go. So we got work tonight, and then I think my brother's going to come through tomorrow. We'll get to have lunch with him before I go to work tomorrow. I'm working that extra coverage stuff, so I got to go in a little earlier than I normally would. No biggie there. Go stand around in a store and look protective. I'm good at giving the illusion I'm working. By golly, I can do that as well as anybody. So if you're one of the folks that haven't shaved with a lather catcher, you need to. These old things are just neat. They do a really good job. They're easy to use. These Jim Jr. bars are relatively mild filling, but they're nice and efficient. The wedge blade, single edge razors, the old lather catchers were the original safety. That's where the name, the original safety, came from. For our form. We're now on the original safety 3. And it's been around a while, and it's a nice little form. Not a lot going on, just because that's how it is over there. I ran everybody off. But anyway, that's TOST, the number 3.com, all together. So, Fuzzy pulled a kind of a silly thing earlier. Dumb is a good word for it. I'm having to put a new mirror on my old Expedition, and I mounted the button upside down, or not upside down, but backwards. So now I got to go get another button, mount it on top of this button, because once you put them on, they don't come off. And so it's a relatively simple fix, but it's a fix nonetheless, because I actually thought I was paying pretty good attention. Somehow or other, though, right at the end, once I put the stuff on and on the window and clean it, you wipe the stuff on. I guess it's the activator, and you clean it, and then you put the couple of drops of the epoxy on the or resin or whatever it is on the button, and you put it on. Well, I got in a hurry right there at the end to get the button on because I was worried I was taking too long. Put it on backwards. So anyway, I guess if that's the worst thing that happens, I'm in pretty good shape, huh? I reckon. So it's January, what, 7th, I guess? Is today the 7th? I think so. And so the kiddies will be coming back to school here before long, so that means the idiotic traffic is going to pick back up. So we'll be getting some more traffic rants. By golly. Way it goes. But anyway, there we go. Get a little witch hazel touch up done. Now this was just a day's growth because I worked yesterday. And I had actually done another video, but there was a bit of a technical difficulty. And I don't edit videos, so probably that one's not going to show up. I'll redo it for another day. It was with an unmentionable. But we'll redo that one for another time. So anyway, there we go. Like I said, it's a mild filling razor, very efficient. This one that I have is not a, I have some that are more ornate. This one is a rather plain Jane model. It's got the under the blade here, which this was a brand new treat blade. But under the blade, it's got the G on it, little stuff. But the back of it's not very, it's just plain. It's not ornate at all. It says Jim Jr. And we call it the Jim Jr. bar because it's got the bar on top. Now the neat thing is, if you ever see one of these and it doesn't have the bar on top, you can still use it. I prefer not to do that for some reason, but you definitely can. I've known people that had them without the bar and they shave with them just fine, fairly often. That works just fine for me too. We're going to finish up with some kind of smells like Old Spice stuff that I can't find anymore that I wish I could, because it was inexpensive and it smelled really good. Love that scent. There we go. We trimmed the goatee up earlier because I kind of like it when it gets out longer, but as far as work goes, it's not a good look. And if I was in a different job, I would probably, let it grow out. I had let it grow out while I was working for the last company I was working for because it was okay there. I had it growing out about like that right there, if y'all remember. I might be getting a bald spot on top, might not be growing a whole lot up there, but I can still grow the goatee out and the beard out if I wanted to. I haven't grown a beard in a long time. It just doesn't, I used to grow it out during kind of winter during hunting season. Got my Williams mug out. Thank you again, Dave. So, so I don't hear real good. Dave doesn't talk real loud. That's what I'm blaming it on. And I killed off Fluffy prematurely. He's still going to my last video, or one of the last videos. I had said that I heard that he had passed away, but it was a friend of his. So Fluffy's still going good, which is great. All right, sorry about that. So there you go. You got a correction on the news story, unlike some of the major news services that won't correct anything. But there you go. Y'all have a good evening. I'm going to run. I've got to go pick that button up on the way to work so I can put a second button on and get my mirror on my expedition. And so it'll be back legal. All right. Y'all have a good one. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. That was Lather Catcher Sunday with a Jim Jr. bar. It's a 1910 head on a hand-turn handle. And there we go. Y'all have a good one. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Happy shaves to you.